button. I don't know if you all heard me, but we ended up, a weird thing happened. I don't know, I'm not getting my normal text messages that I normally get, so I don't know. I'm assuming they added $5 to it because it was a 7 for 9 and it turned into a $12 payout. So that's awesome. So now we're at Denny's right now, 9.50 for 11 and a half. So not a bad day at all. I mean, DoorDash seems like it's returning some favors. So let's see if this order is up. We had to waste a little time getting the stream back up, but I'm gonna run in here and see if this order's ready, and I'll see you guys in a minute. I know, neither have I on the ferries. It's so weird, dude. But hey, you know what? When you're a Platinum Premium Plus Premier driver, that's what happens. I told you, special program only for content creators. All right, so we are now heading. Hold on. To our drop off. It's 15 minutes away, 7 miles. And the best part was the miles offered was not correct either, because it was and I detected that. I think I told you guys that it was the miles weren't right on that. So it was not a lopsided because it was only 6 miles. So it really was 7 for 6 or something. I don't know. It was weird, man. Oh, hey, there's my wife. What are you doing? I guess she's on a. You're not on the floor today, are you, babe? So you can come on and check it out. So we're in the middle of a dash off, babe. We are doing okay. I can't tell you what I've made today. I guess I could text it to you, but I can't officially say it. I'm sworn to secrecy. Dashing with John had me sign a non-disclosure agreement. So I can't disclose it until he airs it. Well, on YouTube. Jack Bernardi, yes, it is. Yes, I would recommend it. I think it's a better route than, I think it's definitely a better route than by offer in my market. Now, other markets may disagree, but I find that to get platinum, yes. And in fact, that's what I'm planning to now make a, whoops, I don't know why I have it on Tuesday. I'm planning to make it a part of my daily, everyday strategy, and that is I'm going to be, when I get to a certain point of my acceptance rate, if I get to a certain point, let's put it that way, hopefully I don't, but if I do get to a certain point, then I will go back and specifically just do earn by time. Jack Bernardi, yes, you should be able to get there pretty quick at 40. I mean, well, when I say pretty quick, it would be a couple days, but I feel like you will, for certain, have a better experience, and you're going to be able to get through it, because otherwise you're going to run into the issues I have, where it's like you see these offers on earn by offer when they get bad, and you're gonna want to hit decline. Um, so, well, thank you, babe. Yeah, I know, that's what I figured. I'm glad you were able to come in. Hit that like button too, babe. But yeah, Jack, I would definitely recommend earn by time. And again, you can intersperse it. What I would recommend. All right, John said on his channel, he will turn it on. So, but I would definitely recommend, if you're just trying to pound out the offers and now here's the thing, Jack. I can't guarantee you that getting platinum is going to be solving every problem, because I've been up at 96% this week, and it was one of my worst weeks in history I've ever had on DoorDash. And I did 39 hours on DoorDash this week, doing both earn by time and earn by offer, and only made $411. And I ended up having to turn on Uber, Grubhub, and Spark and Instacart to make $660, and both of those were just situations where it just got so bad in the day. I turned it on for an hour or two and got some good offers and took them, and turned off the DoorDash app for a while. So I'm hopeful now I can report more on the idea that you definitely don't want to just take everything. That's something that I think is maybe it's fun for a YouTube video. Maybe it would be cool to be able to show it off that you have 100%, although I don't know. In my area, getting there seems to be just a gigantic leap. I think if I go for 100 again, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go find a market like Frederick that's paying $17 to $17.50 depending on the time of day for earn by time. And I think I could end up making some money up in that market. But, I think that might be the answer, because, even if you just got a bunch of no-tip offers in that area, you're still making $17 an hour if they keep you working steady. And the day I went up there, I made $29 an hour dash time, $30 an hour overall time. So it was really, really good. Now that was a Friday. That wasn't midweek, but it's a metropolitan area. It's got the cost of living is higher. People have more money to potentially tip, and more money even just to use the apps. So, like I said, if you're making a good earn by time amount and people are willing to use, you just want people using the apps, and in that way you're going to get paid, because even if you're getting no tip orders, you're still getting a really good base pay. Now, be aware, there are downsides to earn by time. You're going to drive a lot of miles, so just be aware of that. That's been my experience. Even I had a day where I made $200 on earn by time, all earn by time. It was not videotaped. It was right before the videotaping, and I think it was $202, and then I got a $38 Uber that day. Had it not been for the $38 Uber that I got right at the end of the day, I turned on Uber and just was like, let's see if Uber's got anything for me on the way home, and it hit me with that $38 deal. My miles to money would have been really bad. I ended up at $1 a mile that day, but prior to the Uber order, I think I was 93 cents or something like that. So be aware, you're going to drive, and you're going to drive a lot, but it'll keep you moving. And if you're coming from a low AR, what I've found, when you get down into the lower ARs, you're going to be sitting a lot. You're going to be frozen a lot. That's just my experience. Now, if you're a multi-apper, not a big deal. You can create your own flow. Some days it's slow. But even when I was in the 70s on DoorDash, I noticed it was really slow. It wasn't until I got into the 90s that It's not been an issue of am I ever sitting? I'm not sitting. This car is moving every single day. In fact, the first time ever in Solo app, and I haven't, and there are swipes I have to update because I haven't updated all the swipes this week. This week is showing a negative miles to money in Solo app, which is crazy. Never ever. So I haven't put this week on a sheet yet to look at, but a negative miles to money it appears. So you're going to drive a lot, but you're going to move, but you're going to drive, and that can be bad for your car if you got an older car. Um, and it can just be bad in general because cars obviously are not built to go forever. So, depending on how close your car is to its expiration date, be aware you might get there faster than you think, and you know, but we're seeing right now is getting this order delivered and out of the car because we want to and the good news is unless we are having cell phone issues, let's test the cell phone signal out here. Scan, there we go. We're scanning for our cell phone, there it is, and 95. All right, so 95 is somewhat weak, not great, but it's still doable. Some of these areas you're going to get really, really weak signal, and you're in trouble. So we should still. All right, so signal's getting bad out here now. I figured it was going to. I did whatever he said. Thanks for the help. Oh, that was the one he said he hadn't gotten a trip in over a year and a half. That's right. I saw that. Well, for human people, that's the whole debate right now is whether or not DoorDash. Well, you can still cherry pick DoorDash when you're working. Okay, the doing right now is they are essentially creating an environment where cherry picking stats will keep you off the platform more frequently, forcing you, which again, if you're a multi-apper, why do you care? I think that's the struggle in my own mind. I want to be on DoorDash because it's the highest volume in my market, but I'm cherry picking at a 3% AR or 10% AR, like I used to be, or 20% AR, I'm not using them that frequently, in that instance. I'm declining a lot of orders. So, it's not that big of a deal, if I'm only on the app 20% of the time. So I don't need to be on the app as much. And maybe my AR goes up, if I only get on during high times or when it's red. I found that the when it's red is an illusion because a lot of times when it's red means there's a couple of orders that nobody wants to take that they need delivered, so they open it up to other dashers. So it can sometimes be worse than better. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, no hidden tip on that one. $2 base pay, $7.50 payout. So is what it is. That's fine. Like I said, I'm thinking that customer on that one had to have added after the fact. Um, because nothing else makes sense. They don't normally hide tips on that stuff. It's just I think that somehow I'm not getting the reason I'm not getting this. I think one time before they were doing that and trying to eradicate the glitch from the system, and they they did it, and it obviously didn't take it away because it was there. All right, so there we are. Let's see. All right. So now the key is, guys, let's get back down there, try to get an order. And if, it says 3 to 12 minutes. So I guess what we got here was the lunch hour. So now what's going to pop off will be food line up here. We'll have some shopping opportunities. The Wise Market up the next level. This is when I think, in my opinion, this is when the two programs, earn by time versus earn by offer, this is when they change drastically. Earn by time, they're gonna put you to work on no tip orders. They're gonna put maybe multiple no tip orders together, and they're gonna let you earn your base pay on earn by time, maybe a few dollars in tips, and they're gonna work you during the debtor times. And if you're a high AR person, they're gonna put you to work and cover you. If you're a low AR person, you're not gonna work at all. Or if you're on earn by offer now, and you're willing to shop, right? You could still have opportunities at high earning opportunities. So I think part of what I've been missing out on during the week, and like during the weekend, is when I've gotten some of my highest shops in this area. So I think part of what we're missing out on right now, or what I've been missing out on, is the shopping money. Like, you got to make sure you get the money. You know, it's just getting paid. So that's what I predict is going to happen if I stick up here. The question now again, pizza places and stuff, and ending up having to get on a pizza route. I don't mind doing pizza route, but sometimes on Saturdays it's the best. Those are the best pairs. But then again, you run the risk of getting into the no tip territory on the pizza routes. So then you got to contend with that. And I'd rather do a no tip pizza route earn by timer than on earn by offer. So that's why if I get caught in the pizza route, I'd rather be on earn by time. Because when you get that, like I did the one day, I got a $10 base pay and I got a $12 tip, cash tip. It's like, hell yeah. So anyways, here we go. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I'll be very, very curious to see how it goes from my counterpart there, Dashing with John, to see how he's doing in this market, see how it treats him, see if his algorithm treats him differently than it treats me. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a consistent cash on delivery. Yeah, on the first, I never have cash though. I never have cash to make change. So the other day I had it on, didn't even know I had it on, and it was like a $58 order, and I was like, damn, I know that was going to be a good tip, but I didn't have change. And they said, like, if you can't make change, they gave me a no. It didn't affect completion, didn't affect accept the trade to get out of it. So I was like, all right. So I was like, I'm getting out of. Plus, I've always been suspicious of the idea that, like, when you're doing the cash on demand orders, it's like they know you have cash on you. You're pulling up to somebody's house. I mean, I don't know. But in this community, I don't think it would be as big of a deal. But you never know. I mean, I guess they could think you have cash anyway. So I guess every time I pull up to somebody's house, it's worse. All right, so here we are. We're back to. Are we back? Hold on. Let's just let's see what's up. I think sometimes on Android the app just like freezes up. Yeah, 184 feet, so it froze up. I don't even think it knew where I was at. To be honest with you, that's concerning. So I may, who knows? I don't think I got orders, but I don't think I was able to get orders because it didn't know where I was at. So we still got a hotspot up here. So if we still got a hotspot, I'm sticking around. We will eventually get an order. And one thing I like about this little area is all these little roundabouts. If I don't want to go stop off and get a hydration break or a restroom break, I can just kind of ride this little area, and it's not a lot of miles. And normally 2 or 3 laps around, I'm getting something because this is, if you want to call a hot strip, this is the hot strip of the area. And then by coming to this roundabout, it puts you right behind the restaurants over here that we drove by yesterday that I was hoping and praying for a big order from. But those are the large orders over there. That's where you want to get them from over in that area. But I don't recommend sitting over there because the cell phone signal isn't the strongest. And you're better off being in this area, even though it's all fast food. It'll keep you busy because if they want you, you're close enough, they're going to grab you. You do Instacart full time ever since? I got you. Yeah, that's what I saw on the Farius. I saw that, but um, I was just concerned. Like I said, having it on, um, just I turn it off since if I don't have cash on me. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing one if I have the cash. I've just got to remember to get some ones and fives and come out with it so I can make the change if somebody needs it. Um, you know, and be in a position to make some change. So there's where we met up, right over there to the right. That's where me and Dash and John met up. Um, I feel like I need another bit. I feel like I need a drink, so why not? We're in downtime right now. I'll go ahead and come in here and get a beverage. And then maybe I'll get an order in the meantime. If not, we can make a decision whether or not we head off. But it says 3 to 11 minutes, so, you know, we shall wait and see. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Yeah, actually, Eddie, I like smart shops. I think they're some of the best. All right, we got to cool the phone down. The phone is heating up, so I apologize if it. See if I can get the audio output to my ears. Yeah, I shops and some card shops personally. Um, but all right, guys. So we did get an update. Oh, here we go. McDonald's. I was getting ready to say I hope it will be cider press grill with a large order program, but that's not to be. So we got a 753-mile McDonald run. So that's not bad. And McDonald's is like right here. I could actually stay parked in this parking spot and just walk down there, but I think I'll just drive down. Uh, so I'm not taking up also. So we got a snack. We got some sprees. I love sprees. My wife does too. One of the best treats that they have, although it's extremely expensive, so I don't get them very much, is they have the, I guess it's like air, like dry aired or whatever. They make them crunchy. Um, and 7-Eleven has them, but they're like $13.99 a bag. It's crazy. Holy cow. That was an inadvertent bite. Shot spree dust down the back of my throat. That turn ended up in the middle of the whole turn lane. And they had the nerve to yell over at me. I'm going to turn because you're in the wrong lane. Sorry, oh, picture's blurry. Sorry, Tree Rover. Is it better now? Maybe, I don't know. Better now. I reset it. I'll be back. right, guys, we're back. So a little bit of a wait, but a very nice young lady in there. Saw the ticket sitting and she helped out. Kudos to her. She's very, very good worker, very good person, very polite, and I really appreciate her. I'm always very appreciative to everybody in there, and I think I don't get rude or anything, and I'm very polite, and that's just an important thing. All right, guys, we got an 8-minute drive, so let's go get this done. Listen, what we are doing right now, I can't get into the numbers, but we're just steady right now. But we're steady, and like I like to say, we're steady and ready. And what we're ready for is a big one. Because this is the type of day that we're steady, and it's either going to do one or two things. It's either going to flip on you, and it'll go downhill. You know, the day could still be wrecked, or it'll be a big fat one, big shop, large order program, and boom, it pops off. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that's the type of day that we have, and that we stay steady and we're ready, and it pops off. So that's what I'm hoping for. Create a little bit of a shortcut here. It's like an extra mile, but it's 2 minutes shorter. And I know that because I've been to this customer's house before. In fact, when I went to this customer before, I had a problem where it had marked me arrived. Before it was supposed to, and I had to contact support to get them to draw it back. I think it's the same customer. It's the same vicinity, so I knew go out, go right. I could have waited left. I would have been waiting probably 3 or 4 minutes for that whole traffic jam to clear that you guys saw. Instead, I'm on the freeway, I'm jumping, and guess what? We're heading up in the direction now. We're getting out of Inwood. We'll see if it draws us back. Hopefully not. But we'll see. We're still going to be close enough that it could draw us back. Now, it could also today where shops are going to become a big deal. So now what I can see it doing, there's a Dollar General over here. I can see it drawing me to that Dollar General over in this area or heading down that way. And then it'll get me down there. Now that's where we can draw the big, I hope, some stacks. That's something we already did one stack today. Wasn't a great one. It was okay. It was a good miles to money. But it wasn't a really good payout. Like I said, we're steady, we're ready. So it's time for us now to blast off, I hope. We haven't done that this week. And that's what I like about multi-apping and using like DoorDash as a steady. And steady. And then you saw it last night, $54 spark, 7 miles. Bam, you're done. I mean, not done, but you're that next level. First 100, clear, boom. $25, get a $20 Uber. Or like last night, we got that Starbucks. It was a Starbucks coffee and dessert pickup. And they tipped me $12.55. $2 pay. $14. You stack a couple of those on, and then you go back, and then those apps will settle down. You won't hear from them for a little bit. And then DoorDash comes on. And then you do a little steady dashing. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're between markets. We are straight between markets. There's the Procter and Gamble plant. So either they're having order ready for us to draw us, or we will now have what I can call dealer's choice. Where do we want to go? Do we want to head in the direction of Martinsburg, or do I want to head back up in the direction of Inwood? I feel like I want to get down to Martinsburg for a little while before this thing ends. Now, at the same point, I don't want to end up so far away from where I have to meet up that I have to drive 10 miles back, because I don't want to, leave John waiting. Um, I thought I knew where we were going. And that's the downside. When you think you know and you don't actually know. I'm supposed to turn down this street over here. We're going down into a different subdivision than what I thought. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. And all of this over here, it's amazing. This is supposed to be Amazon over here. They've done nothing with it. They did the same at my exit. They built all this industrial space and nothing's being done with it. I can't imagine. It's such a waste of money. All right, guys, let's get this delivered. I would prefer DoorDash would just, okay. This is what we're going to get to now. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Google Maps. DoorDash sent a coordinates, not an address. Oh, here we go. 3, 4, 3. There we go. All right, guys. So we got some cash tippage. Sorry to report, that customer told me, she said, here's a couple bucks extra for you. Said, considering the last time we got screwed. I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I hope this time they had a better experience. But, hey, man, good stuff. Let's just say it was hidden tip, right? So $2 base pay, $5.50 tip, plus $3. So $8.50 tip. So $10.50. This turns into a very nice order. $10 for 3.5 miles. Take that. So that's a little money if my wife's still watching, a little money for the wife thing. So hey, today's turning into a steady day. It's exactly what I want. I hope that customer had a better experience with me. I would feel very bad if she didn't, having reached into her pocket and tipped me a little extra, but I really appreciate that. Customers, if you happen to come across the screen at some point. Very much appreciated. Never expected, but always appreciated. And truly, I hope the next time is a better time. Oh no, I didn't get a recording of that. It's always nice about Android. Yeah, some would call it glitchiness, but it saves your ass if you're trying to collect screenshots. If you have a Samsung, because all you've got to do is minimize that thing, and or change it to a floating widget, and it will automatically throw up that last payout. All right, so now, as I call it, dealer's choice. Do I want to head down to the heart of the area, which has treated me very badly the last few days? Or do I want to head back to Inwood, which has treated me very nice today? So it's always down there at that area that's supposed to be the best area in town. This week has been a brutal, horrifying, terrible, shitty experience. Today has been wonderful in terms of, well, it's been a little bit rough on some of these orders, but not terrible. It's like, do I want to leave my insulated little area that I've been in? I went there for a reason today. There's potential. There's potential. There's potential for large order programs, big pizza payouts. The algorithm's treating me very well, but it's telling me to go to the Burger King in Inwood. If that's the closest. The next closest is Panda Express. We know my battle with Panda Express this week. Long waits. They're short-staffed. Don't want to be seeing Panda Express coming on my screen unless it's got a plus sign and low miles. Can't afford to drive a lot after that long ass wait. And I'm sure today will be not a good day. It's Saturday, everybody, and I like Panda Express food. It's great. It's good food. It's low rent PF Chang's, man. It's the PF Chang's of the fast food. So, and now they've got that fire orange chicken, which is really, really good. It's fire. There's the runners we ate at. All right, I think we pulled the phone down. We'll put you guys up. I need to get my battery pack out because I don't want to lose the battery. I don't want to let the battery get too low on my streaming phone. So there's the road, guys. Enjoy. We got cash in our pocket now. Hell, you know what? What do you think on Nefarious? If you're out there, tell me. Is $3 enough change to turn on cash on demand? Because hell, if I got one cash payout, I'd probably have change then. You think $3 would be enough? I mean, the expectation really is, I think, is like, give me the change. You know, give me 100. Screw it. I just really don't want to end up at somebody's front door. Has anyone had that happen? Where you have like a $58 order and somebody only has a $100 bill, and then they're like, I mean, you're pretty much like, dude, you're gonna have to give me the change. I don't have change, or I don't have enough change to make that. I mean, what do you do then? What are you gonna do? Take it back? Doc, I don't know what the rest of that is, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. Doc, do you do full-time, or do you do DoorDash full-time? Define full-time, Doc. Yeah, I do gig work full-time. DoorDash, not always. I do all the apps, so it's not always, I don't always just do DoorDash. I do Spark, I do Uber, Instacart, Grubhub, DoorDash, Shipped, some Amazon Flex. I say Amazon Flex, but I haven't done Amazon Flex in like a year. But I'm going to do some. There's one tonight at 3 in the morning for $80. I'm watching to see if it goes up. So I do gig apps. I do gig appery full time. All right, guys, we're getting close. Uh, Panda Express is still in, although in 3 minutes the hotspots will update. So let's hope Panda Express gets the hell out of there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I always do. I'm not going to enter at this entrance. I'm going to go past it. And DoorDash will do its deal and probably flag me down for Chick-fil-A. And it'll probably be something in the regards of 350, 12 miles, and then now I will have to decide what I do there. And I might have to break decorum and just turn it down and take a hit to the exception. Or to accept the I mean, I know I committed it, but it is a challenge to make money. Right now, Chick-fil-A is absolutely slammed. It's the last place you want to be going. So now, what oversights do I think on the fairest? Great question. That's a great question. Great question. So what oversights? Basically, here's what I think needs to happen. I believe that essentially there's really the oversight needs to run like this. There needs to be a standard uniform calculation for base pay across the industry. Every app should have to do it and stick to it and adhere to it. And regulators should come in and audit the apps, ensuring that the uniform standard base pay calculation is being done based on their own bylaws and guidelines. That's number one. Number two, they should be forced to add the technology into their apps to comply with state guidelines, safety standards. What do I mean by this? West Virginia says you can't touch your phone while you're driving. You're going to be a gig app, they need to have voice. And if they can't do voice, then they've got to comply by saying, okay, Uber knows when my car's moving and it's not. Make me pull over. And someone would say, well, that would be unprofitable. Well, it's still illegal. They need to do it because they're having a driver. There's evidence every driver breaks the law in this state if their car's moving. So in West Virginia, it should be required either you pull over or you use voice, one or the other. If your voice isn't on, if voice control isn't on, like accept, decline, that's it. It's really simple. And it should speak to you. And they should have that built in. We shouldn't have to be buying an app to do it for us, which is one of the reasons why I used driver utility helper. It speaks to you. You can tell it accept, decline. But you still got to touch your Apple Spark. You still got but they need to do this. So those are the things. But the biggest thing is uniform calculation. In other words, you're paid X amount. How are you calculating base pay? It's X. Not it's $12 an hour. They want to pay you a certain amount per minute. Great. Per minute, per mile, and it's calculated on every single order. The selling point of DoorDash to all these restaurants, to communities, to the governments, to the drivers was originally that they could use AI to make it profitable for the restaurants, drivers, and customers, and DoorDash to operate by finding orders and calculating them, by knowing where drivers are at, and by assigning. Well, there we go, guys. Jesus Christ, what did I say, huh? They're sending me back to freaking Inwood, $6.25, $10.50 on a Wendy's order. So I'm going back to Inwood. That's where they want me to be at. So that's a travel order. I already know when I get down there I'll be able to get orders. I guess it's just not meant for me to be up here. I mean, I guess I could have turned that order down. I could go do the 11-minute rule or whatever, worry-free cancel. But I think what I'll do, I've got to be down there anyways. I'll just see if they're going to stack it. If I get there and there is an actual long wait, I'll get out of it because it's not going to be worth it if it's not ready. But if the wait goes longer than 10 minutes, I'll worry-free cancel it. And I already can start that clock right now. 3:01. So if by 3:12 it ain't ready, we're out. Well, I think that's the other thing too that that they should allow, but that would be something that I think that would be overreaching because the apps aren't the same company. So I don't think they could regulate that into existence, but I think that I think the simplest fix, it's the easiest fix. It really is the only thing that needs to be done. Uh, and then of course, well, it's not the only thing. There's a few other things, but the only thing that would really needs to be done to make the pay fair is make them be transparent. It's not even pay transparency. It's make the base pay uniform calculation across the board. It's not based on your platinum tier. It's not based on anything else. It's this is what it is. If you're driving 2.5 miles, you're getting paid X for each. It's really simple. It's really simple. That's it. It's not $2 flat. It's $3.75. If the customer tips, and then that way they can charge the customer. The customer's paying for it anyways. Um, in the end. So it's like it's not. It's the customer that pays. So 625. So it is what it is. I guess we're going to work the inwood territory today. Because when we get back up there, I'm not coming down unless it brings me back down. Just to ping pong me back up. If it ping pongs me back down, fine, I will. But I'm not playing this game with DoorDash. I want money in a card before I come back in. Disappointing. Should have hit the decline button. If it would have been later today, we would have absolutely declined it. What's going on there, Hot Facts? I would have absolutely declined it. But since we're doing a challenge, I'm adhering to it. And like I said, it doesn't put me in a bad place. This would have been really. I would have probably declined it if it was sending me out to the country. Let's put it that way. I would have had to break up with it because that's not going to work for me. But this is actually taking me straight in the middle of the zone. So, all right, let's go in and see if this thing's ready. I'll be back. So it was ready, guys. Shockingly enough, I actually went in there. Normally they never use the shelf. So I walked right in and walked up to the counter, and I'm like, nobody's at the counter. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe we're going to have to get into the works for cancel territory here and just move on to the next one. Nobody's here. And then I turn around. I'm like, you know what? Let me check the shelf. And sure enough, they actually had something waiting for me. So now, see what I would have liked to have seen DoorDash do. Now, this is a hand it to me, guys. So I get excited on hand it to me's because sometimes, like you just saw, sometimes people, especially when you see an order like where there's an indication there is tip on here right now. So there is tip. And a lot of people believe, hey, we as delivery drivers, they put up, for them, they're like, oh, what's a good tip? Well, $5. And then I'll hand them a five. So I have that happen quite a bit, like, or $3 or whatever it is. And, people they don't think it's a lot. Like that lady said, to me, that was a lot. I mean, she handed me $8.50, $5.50 in the app, and $3 in my pocket to deliver her McDonald's. I thought that was a damn good tip. But she's all like, I'm sorry I couldn't give you more. And I'm like, what the hell? So this got potential here. And like I said, from the onset here, the reason why I'm willing to drive it down there is because I already know this market's been paying me well today. Or not, well, we're in the same market, but that end of the market's been doing really well for me. I came down here searching to snag me one. Didn't end up snagging me one, but it is in the middle of the afternoon, so it might not be a great time to snag one. But I was hoping I was going to get something. I would have liked to have seen this turn into a stack. That would have been ideal. But we could have hidden tip here. And the hidden tip could be cash. And then it might not be. And if it isn't, it isn't. I'm not going to get mad about it. I mean, I'm hoping that when I get back up there, we get back into the rhythm and groove we were in before, and they start hitting me up with the nice little ones and keep me steady until they're ready. Now, like I said, there's a couple of nice, big, large order program establishments up there that I've delivered for. Obviously, 3 o'clock on a Saturday is not going to be the optimum time for those to happen. The other thing that can get rocking up there is Pizza Hut. There's a Pizza Hut right up there. I probably need to go park in their parking lot, and that's what I think we're going to do. Because honestly, that's where I want to get. I want to start getting that groove going on Pizza Hut. Because that Pizza Hut up there, their customers, I don't think I've ever had a bad, knock on wood, I don't think I've ever had a bad tip. My sons go to school up there, so I will, even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll pick up from them, and they're rocking, and they're rolling. So people tip good for pizza up there. So I think we're going to do that. There's pizza, and right across the street from the Pizza Hut is Pizza Hut. So we could get a good roll there and really start humming and rolling. So, like I said, I'm very excited today to be able to see and see how well John's doing, because he's got a good account. We know that he does really good in his own market. We know that. So let's see what he does. I mean, if he triples me, then I know, then I know it's just my account. If we're even and we each have an equally lukewarm day, I know it's my market. If he's significantly less than me, then I think it's probably just simply because he's a new dasher and isn't established, and it's probably a bad market. So 2 out of 3 outcomes would tell me the market sucks. One outcome will tell me maybe there's more to this than a market. Maybe the market isn't my market. Maybe it's my phone. Maybe it's what I've taken. Maybe it's what I've programmed it. Maybe it's the fact that the app must know I'm a multi-apper. Maybe it senses that. Maybe it knows that. I mean, I believe sometimes these apps obviously can detect. We're dealing with computers here at the end of the day, so they know when we're on something else. They know when we're accessing other apps. They know when we're pausing the apps. They know what behavior to look for. So the question is, are they programming things to treat? We know, like I was saying earlier, they're at war with multi-appers. They don't want multi-appers. Yeah, that's very true. You're correct. You are 100% correct on Nefarious. That is correct. And it's the handed to me's that you really want from Pizza Hut, because those are the ones that are Pizza Hut customers. Because a lot of times their call-ins, because Pizza Hut will route their call-in business to DoorDash. And now Papa John's, I've heard them in there. Papa John's will, you get a mixed bag there. You yes, you can still get good money from them, but I hear them back there. I've heard them actually look on there and said, here's the tip. Look at the tip. They won't say it out loud. Here's the tip. Do you want me to send that to DoorDash? And then the driver will say, yeah, send it to DoorDash, or no, don't. Or I'll take it. So they kind of use DoorDash for their trash in some cases. Now, like I said, on the one day on Juneteenth, I got a really good one. So it's not always the case. I think it might also have to do with if they order through the DoorDash app, or maybe they do an easy cater order or something like that, and it routes it through the DoorDash app, and they don't even have an opportunity to take it. So, but I'm very much looking forward to the outcome here, to see where this goes. And it will kind of almost be a little bit of just souls for myself. To, I think part of the problem with gig apps and gig workers in general is you don't have a lot of ability to understand how others are doing. Like when you're in a setting at work and you're doing what we do, normally you're competing with others. Normally you have a ranking system. Normally you know what others are doing. Normally you have a manager who has an interest in a group of individuals to do better. So they're providing you with training, they're providing you with tips, they're helping you out. You don't have that here. You have to create that. Audrey Hudson, I am in Martinsburg, West Virginia currently. That's where we're working today. And that's kind of, like I said, what I think is needed as well on the ferries. You ask, well, what do we need? I think we need the ability. I think what's the other thing that should be implemented, brought into effect, is creating an area, a workspace, and I think that's where you could, to me, here's what I think there needs to be. I think there needs to be a place that you can register. I think there should be. I think the way the feds or states, it can be done states or federally, but there needs to be a registry for a gig worker. Because remember, one of the things they say is taxes and things of that nature makes it all difficult. There should be a registry where you can register for the gig worker registers for it, hooks up their gig apps to it, and it helps monitor and all of those, and it will allow, again, this is why you can't send an auditor to DoorDash Enterprises. But what can happen is all the orders will clear through that to ensure that they're being priced appropriately. And then on top of that, it will allow gig workers to see their earnings clear. It will allow for transparency in calculations, and it will also allow for other workers to connect up with each other. And you can be able to, if you want to share, you can have rankings. You can do various different things that would allow that workers could opt into. Obviously, it would not just automatically share your data, but you could share it, or maybe it would be nameless. Gig worker number 14,048. And then that way we have more information. So in a given area, in a given place, the point is all we need the ability to pull the curtain back and shine it. And that's where change happens. Right now, you don't have a free market if you can't see things. It's just like when they talk about medical, why is the medical system? There's one reason: price transparency. You can't see the pricing. You can't shop. One of the big things, my dad, he was a lawyer, and one of the big things that he used to raise when he would be defending people against lawsuits from doctors or hospitals, one of the biggest things was making sure that they didn't do unneeded medical. They didn't do things that were not needed. And the idea was, when someone is in the middle of a heart attack, how the hell do you go to them and say, Do you agree to this? Do you agree to this? Do you agree to this? Of course, they're going to agree to everything. And then they're going to come back with a $40,000 bill. Well, what was medically necessary to cure the heart attack? And that's the only bills you should be left for at the end. And since you didn't get a chance to shop the hospital, since you didn't get a chance in that life-threatening moment, there needs to be a way to say what, a uniform cost. So you don't get charged in a medical emergency to going, not some in-house rate that's exorbitant that you're taking advantage of someone in a medical emergency. And then, of course, you have the insurance and you have the government insurances and everything else that bids things up because it's all done in secret. It's not done in a market. There needs to be a marketplace. That was part of what they were trying to do with the Obamacare, was create a health insurance market, but it didn't quite go the way I don't think anybody thought it was going to go, or the way it was intended. But there's the real thing that needs to happen is price transparency. Bring back the curtain. Then the market can work. But a market can't work in darkness. And neither can a gig market. We are a market, whether you like it or not. People go, it's gig market. But we're still a market. We're a contracts market. We have contracts floating all over every day, bouncing from driver to driver. We're supposed to be bidding. But how can we bid on a contract if we don't understand the terms of the contract? And if the company that's responsible for doing it is putting us in a situation where we're in a highway going 70 miles an hour. One question would be if we were going to enforce that contract, or if DoorDash said you had a contract and you didn't do it, in other words, i.e. completion, and we decided, hey, we deactivate driver A, and we say, well, driver A canceled the order. But they canceled the order because he took the order under duress. What's the definition of duress? It means you're doing it without sound of mind because you're feeling threatened, or you're not able to, or you're having some sort of inability to focus or be aware of what's going on, and you're not of competent mind. So when I'm driving down the road at 70 miles an hour and I'm worried my acceptance rate's going to go down and you're going to restrict access to your platform and I might not be able to work, and I look at that order and I go ahead, okay, fine, I'll hit accept it, and I get there and realize, oh shit, I just took an order that was 14 miles away from me. That's the definition of duress, right? That's not a good sound for it. Now, many people will say I have no sympathy for you. You're choosing to do this. Well, yes, exactly. I agree. There should be filters. But most importantly is there should also be, like Grubhub instituted, there should be a period of time that for 2 minutes after you accept an order, or really, here's what it should be. If you accept an order and your car is moving, you have a 2-minute review period. If after that 2-minute review period, you review the offer and you accept it, it is now your offer, and it is now subject to completion rate requirements and penalty. If you decide to let it go within the 2-minute period that the app detects your car stop moving, and it can be a little timer, then there's no penalty if you let it go within that period. That's a way to solve it. Like I said, the apps have the abilities to solve these things. This is not stuff they're just not doing it because right now they don't have to. They could make an app tomorrow that made perfect sense, but here's the problem. It would cost them a lot of money, and it would cost the customer a lot of money. Spark stated the mileage was 7 miles and ended up being 13 and a half, and they refused to pay the mileage difference. Yeah, well, yeah, the thing was that the problem with Spark, see, Audrey, is it's from the store. Now, when you did that calculation, were you calculating from the store to the customer, or were you calculating from where you accept it to the customer? Because they calculate from the store to the customer. So that might have been why. Now, if you could show them that you were at the store and you could show that at any given moment, and you click on Google Maps and it shows 13 and a half miles from the store, what I would have done in that instance is I wouldn't have left. And that's what you should have done in that instance. I'm here at the store. I'm either going to return the order or you're going to pay me extra. And you can do that. And that's what you should do in the future. You don't leave until um, they give you the extra money. And you can contact support right at that point when you see a mapping. Because you can say, I'm at the store right now. But if you try to do it after the fact, they're not going to be able to confirm it. All right, guys, exactly what I said was going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5 cash tips. So my wife's going to be real happy today. I'm coming home stacked with the cash, man. $8 in cash tips. Oh, from store to customer. Oh, I got you. Yep. So that turned out to be a $3 tip in app, $3.25 base pay. So we got $8 tip and $3 base pay. So it was 11 for 10. So hey, you know what? We'll take that, man. We'll take that. You know, that, again, like I said, that's why right on tape. I mean, some might say 11 for 10 was still not good, but I'm back in a good market or good end of the market. We'll see if, oh my gosh. So, you know, not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. So hopefully his experience is good. I really appreciate that, man, for me. Oops, hold on. Numbers are slightly at 625 base pay instead of 325. So yeah, 1125. So there it is. Hidden tip, hidden cash tips, guys. There isn't just hidden tip in the DoorDash system. There's hidden tips all over the place. So here we go. Let's see what's next, right? Like I said, we're riding steady right now. We need a big payout right now. That's where we're at. We need something big. And guess what? What did I say? I'm going down to the Pizza Hut. A pizza oven is shown as a hotspot. So pizza. And that's going to be updating in 8 minutes. So this is a pretty good viable option. We should be down to the pizza oven area. Doesn't mean we'll get pizza oven. Taco Bell's down there, Burger King's down there. But I've gotten good stacks up here. Now, one night after a snowstorm, I came up here. Grubhub was really good too up here. I made $110 in 2 hours. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful night up in this little area. I took a Grubhub down here. It's one of those nights where sometimes with Grubhub, it's enough money, I'll do it. It was from my house, and it paid like 20 $2 for like 16 miles. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I picked it up at the Logan Steakhouse, got up here. And then when I got up here, it was just boom, 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 boom. And I was doing Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats stacks that night. And it was so busy, it was crazy. And like I said, I made like $110. I had 22 bucks already and ended up with 132 in the 2 hours I was up here. And I was like, hell yeah, man. I came out thinking, if I make 60 bucks in the next couple hours, I'll be happy. And I made like $132. I was like, what a great night. Oh, really? Well, you did everything right then. I mean, that sucks. Hopefully, are they going to get back to you? Did you get a ticket number? I mean, are they going to actually review it and get back to you? I hope. Oh shit! You know what, guys? I'm getting ready to turn down here to the Pizza Hut, and the Pizza Hut's gone. They closed it. Apparently, we only have one Pizza Hut in the area now, unless they relocated. It was a little Pizza Hut to go area. I can't believe they closed it down. I guess there is no Pizza Hut anymore. Wow. Just Family Dollar. That sucks, man. Hey, what's up, Dasher with John? How's it going out there? Are you still in Inwood, or are you down, or have you got to see the community? I hope. Yeah, no kid, man. You know that I wondered why I hadn't got a Pizza Hut in a while up here, and that's probably why, because they were a big earner. That's craziness, man. So up over to, I guess we'll go over to the pizza oven. I mean, the crazy part about it is I guess that Pizza Hut now is going to be governing everywhere. It's kind of in the middle, but they were always a steady business, so that really shocks me. If they would have got rid of that location, come down here to the roundabout. In the community, I got you. So they got you moving. Yeah, they've pretty much kept me in Inwood. They moved me down for 1 minute down to Martinsburg, down by the mall. Well, I call it the mall. It's not the mall area anymore. We call it the Walmart area. And then they moved me back up here. So I'm like, okay, I'll stay up here. I'm kind of letting the algorithm run me where I want to go. I was hoping to get down there to get around a bit, but it's keeping me right here for the time being. We'll see. Hopefully I get an order that will get me on the move. So it says 2 to 9 minutes right now. Last time they made us wait almost 8 minutes. I think we're turning here near the Pizza Hut. I'm still being shocked that Pizza Hut is going up here. I don't know. I wonder if they're going to put another Pizza Hut up here, I guess maybe they're not. I don't know. That's crazy. All right, let's test the cell phone area right here. All right. Oh yeah, we got real strong cell phone signal here. So let's camp right here, man. This must be. I always see all the dashers out here. John, if you're still on there, you might recognize that truck. I'm right where we started. Yeah, she said the ones that do the mileage calibration or whatever will reach back to me, and once they see that it's a longer distance, they will make a payment decision. Oh wow, this is like the best cell phone service in the whole community right here. I need to get my signal strength thing out. This will be great for the stream. I'll turn it inward. So we're sitting for the first time, guys, in a while. I guess we sat for a little bit last time over at the Rocks, but I got out of the car, and then they had me an order. relatively quickly when I got done with my snack break. But now we're on a hiatus. I will privately check stats. I will say today, guys, that mileage is an issue today. Like I said, we're in need of a excuse me. We're in need of a big order. Now here's the thing on the various. I've got $8 in my pocket. I think I might have enough. You think $8 is enough? Cash to enter the cash program? I don't know. Anybody out there chime in? Tell me. Do you think that's enough change, or am I going to get burned? I don't want to get in a situation where I have a showdown at a customer's house and I can't release their food or whatever the hell. Because I know it says in the app, like, if you don't have change, you can turn this down without penalty. And I mean, I guess I could, have an idea that obviously looking at the size of the order, since I do have some cash in my pocket, I have some pennies and stuff. But you know what? Let's turn cash on. Cash on delivery. It's daytime. It's a nice day. Pizza oven's right behind me. Yeah, like I said, I've never done it. And John, if he's still in there, he might be delivering right now while I'm sitting. He said it's great, and it actually ends up stimulating orders for him, because once you get in a situation where you owe DoorDash, or because they take it out of future orders, not your past orders, then they start sending you orders to make up for it, because then every order you get after the cash is theirs to keep. So you don't get the payout. It doesn't go into your balance. It sticks with them. And you've got the cash advance, essentially. It's like the DoorDash cash advance program. It's like they entered into the banking world. All right, 2 to 6 minutes near Papa John's. So now they have done what they've done to me so many times when I've been up in this market. They dropped all the hot spots off. And with my newfound cash on delivery, I guarantee you I will probably get I don't. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start heading up, and if they flag me backwards, I'll fine. If not, if there's nothing hot up here right now, the hell with it. I guess that's how I gotta think. All right, let's check the ratings. Let's make sure there's no issues with ratings. They've still got to get that 1% off, or that 1 star that's supposed to be gone. And I've called twice now on it. It's not there. Now they've changed my rating back to 4.93. So that's just. So John, we have to update that. It sucks. On the Farious, I do not. Like I said, in fairness to my counterpart, he does not multi-app. So this was not, and perhaps we'll do that one day. This was not billed as a. I do. Yeah, Audrey, I have a spreadsheet that I put everything on. I also document it in the Solo app. So I do that at the end of every live. I go over exactly what it is. I've thought about attaching the spreadsheet to the lives so that if you want to see what I actually earned during the live, you can do it. I mean, obviously some people will say what they say, but I don't have a problem putting the numbers up. So it's DoorDash only. Yeah, on the Farious, it's DoorDash only. Which, like I said, in my market, my opinion is this isn't going to go very well in terms of you're not going to bang out. And again, you're not going to bang $200 out in 5 hours in this market at any time with just DoorDash alone. But I am prepared to be proven wrong, and I will know that maybe, like I said, I have speculations that I have always believed, but I have never been able to prove till today. Maybe it'll be. We're going to have an idea one way or another, potentially, on is this my phone? In other words, is this the market or is it the phone? And if he comes out here and bangs out $300 today, comes back with 6 catering orders, and maybe he does, and I'm sitting here doing my normal regular BS that comes out of here, some BS is better than others without any help from the other apps, then I'll know. Okay, well, you know what? He's got lots more deliveries. I know because he does DoorDash only. He's done it for 5 years. So he's got, I think he said he has over 11,000 deliveries or something. So he's got double my deliveries. And of course, him not doing other apps and doing strictly DoorDash for several years in a row, he's going to. So DoorDash may treat him differently. And that will be interesting to see. So then the question is, you start seeing that, then we start to make the case that, listen, this is where I'd like to begin with this, because I have loads of data of how you get to where you get. And the question is, what's getting a better result? Is the hassle of multi-apping worth it? Like if he were to prove, hey, man, he's making the same amount that I would normally make during the time that I would be multi-apping right now, then who's having an easier time? Who's having, it's obviously easier to work one app. So then the question is it the lack of time I've put into building my DoorDash app? And that's what I'd like to make. And there's people have debated it artificially. But I feel like I, as a multi-apper, can sit here and look at it. I think he mentioned he does some spreadsheeting and stuff. That's how he's figured out his market. So there's a lot of similarities in what we do. So I think we can really sit down and really flesh out some of this stuff in a very interesting way. So this is step one for me to see. I'm so curious to see. Now, if we come in with similar rating, similar stuff, then that's going to tell me it's the market. And then, hopefully he'll entertain the idea of me coming down to his market and seeing how I do over there on DoorDash, and seeing how the app treats me, and seeing if we have similar results, doing similar things, working similar ways, with similar ratings. Or maybe we have some different ratings. But today our ratings were very close. I think he was at 95, I was at 93. So it'll be very interesting. So look, the first thing is, get over there and subscribe to them, because if you're not subscribed yet, because you want to see this video that's going to be coming out, trust me. Wingstop, Mary Grace, Wingstop, at least in my area. And then Wendy's, both with W's, end of the alphabets, man. Stay away from them. Wingstop and Wendy's. Those are the two that for a multitude of reasons, different in both stores, they create some of the highest frustration points for me. Yeah, and it's just, yeah. And then Burger King is a close third. Here we go, Papa John's, Papa's. You gotta love this, man. They're ping-ponging me back. It's $10, 9.4 miles, sending me back in the vicinity of the Inwood area. We're taking. We're picking up 4 items. Super Hawaiian, a Tuscan 6 cheese, epic stuffed crust, and to create your own pizza. If this customer were to do like one of my customers does, offer me a slice, I'd probably take them up on the Tuscan 6 cheese. But I'd like to try that. It sounds very bougie. It sounds very good. But this is not a cash on delivery. This is a regular, so that did not do anything special for us. We got 36 in, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button. You're seeing some platinum premium dashing right now. It's a special level of dashing that's not seen anywhere else. Only YouTube creators get it. Platinum Premium Plus level, where you see $10 for 9 miles. Who else is getting paid like that? Only Platinum Premium Reward Dashers. That's it. We have created, there's a whole nother tier of hidden tips. It's called cash. Cash tips. We've unlocked them today. Something special for Platinum Premium Reward Dashers. Premium Plus Reward Dashers. They call us Tony's people. Oh yeah, Tim D, I do. I have one guy that offers, every time I come in there, he offers me a slice. He's like, "Are you hungry?" He's an older man, nice guy. And he comes out and greets me, and I've delivered to him multiple times. He always tips well. And he's like, "Hey, how's it going tonight? Are you doing well? You making money?" "Yep." "Well, hey, would you like a slice? I know you got to be." I said, "Well, I've never taken him up on it." He said, "Grab yourself a slice. Go ahead." I'm like, no, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've already eaten. I'm good. There are some people that do leave treats and stuff out. I've never taken them. Those are good people, but I tell you, listen, I don't know. I even had one lady offer me her restroom. I was like, "Nah, it's okay. I'm not going in your house." She's like, "Do you need to use the restroom? Come on in. You need a drink." And I'm like, "Nope. Appreciate it very much. I know you guys are out there driving lots of miles." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Sorry, ma'am. I am not going into your house." Nope. That's not something that's. Thank you, Tim D. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we've arrived at the Papas. Will they stack us? That's a possibility. And our friend Panda Express across the way, you guys can watch the action over there. Here, we'll put on the Panda cam. I wish I could. Can I zoom in? Yep, there it is. Panda. Watch the angry dashers leave out of there, man. You know every dasher that leaves out of there has probably got a 20-minute wait. So watch the fireworks. Let me know if there's anything I need to snip up into a short. Let me know if anybody sees Dasher John over there carrying out a catering bag worth of food. All right, guys, let's roll. I'll be back. That's exactly right. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see them running out of there, doing their probably highest concentration of worry-free cancels. You're looking at the store right now, guys. Panda Express. Guarantee it. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, we see anything of note over there? Anything to report? Any angry dashers screaming, slamming their hot bag on the ground or on their car as they walk out? You never know what you're going to see out there. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Let's log this bad boy. That wasn't a bad deal. 3-minute wait. I'll take that. Wait times haven't been an issue. It's been driving around. Tell you what, today would have probably been a great day, a fantastic day to be on Earn by Time. If these would have been the orders I would have gotten. Again, one thing I'm going to do with you guys, might have to do it in studio setting when we have access to calculators, or I may go ahead and just do the math beforehand. Is want to show you guys what the money looks like on Earn by Time, or that DoorDash is making when a dasher does Earn by Time over, or should I say Earn by Offer over Earn by Time. And you look at the comparison, you can see the money when they're looking at the calculation on either side, and what they're looking at and how they're financing these things, especially on a no tip order. It's not on every order, but they're reserving certain orders for Earn by Time based on those calculations, so they can slide the money over. All right, so we just have to do a turnaround there. I did that, guys, because it's so congested trying to turn left out of that area, and it's not the safest turn. It's easier to turn right and do what I just did, circle around in the Mark's parking lot. I certainly don't want to take the reroute. That added like 5 minutes to the journey, so don't want to do that. And it added like 3 more miles. But hell, go up there, do that. Safety first. Remember, if you're not getting order, the primary focus, get the order there safely for yourself and the food. Obviously, more so for yourself. Otherwise, there ain't no point in getting paid out if you're going to the hospital. That'll make your day unprofitable really quick. 33 in, guys, and only 7 likes. We can do better. Come on now. Remember, if you're a gig driver and you like this stream, you get an immediate 20 to 30% increase next time you're out. It's a special we do for all the watchers of the stream. And if you're lucky 13, because that's my birthday, that's my lucky number, and you're the 13th like of the stream, you get a 50% increase next time you're out. Only for gig workers. Fastest way to increase your earning in the gig economy. So click it today. Do your part. All right. I'll hook my phone up. It's always nice when one asshole on their phone calls what you just saw. And then there is the homeless population that lives on the railroad tracks down there. If you don't believe me, take a look down there at night. They literally put their tents up. And she almost got ran over because she's walking out there in traffic to get... Sorry, guys. I had to this stream went away for a minute. I think we're back. All right, good. We're good. So... Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. That little button there turns the light on. So at night, I can turn this thing around and I'm pretty certain I can unscrew that and turn this thing around. Yep. Oh yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Beautiful. Sorry guys. Having a moment here. Having a moment. All right. There we are, guys. 27 in. 8 likes. We got 1. That's better. One of you out there wanted additional earnings. Maybe we should expand the people who are affected by liking the stream. an increase to, I don't know, what else can we do for people that aren't in gig work? Because really, everybody else, I mean, if maybe next time you gamble, you get a 20 to 30% increase on your winnings, or less losses. Gig work is like gambling, guys. They say it's the closest thing you can equate it to. We're out here gambling on these orders, gambling that they're going to be profitable, gambling that they're going to make money for us at the end of the day, gambling that we're going to get there safe. So that's why the least you can do, leave a little tip for your driver. Be kind, be courteous, be understanding, respect the driver. Even if you can't tip a lot, sometimes respect, thank you, goes on. I know for me, like I said, my approach to gig work is I hit accept. I'm taking the order. I'm doing the order the same way I'm performing on an order the same way I would on a 2250 plus 6 mile order as I am on a 225 zero tip order. I might not like it. I might have some feelings about it when I start thinking about the time wasted. But I'm going to do the same level of service. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to kick your food. I'm not going to spit in your food. I'm not going to open your bag. I'm not going to eat your food. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm not going to confront you. Until you end the order, you are now working for the app, in a sense. Although really, you're working for yourself. Because if you read the ICA, it very clearly states that at no time are we ever working for DoorDash. We're using the DoorDash technology, and we are paying DoorDash for that right. And we are paying DoorDash for that right out of the money that's collected on our transaction. And that's the part that a while ago a lot of people were having a hard time with when I was putting content out in regards to that. And I think still people have a tough time getting their head around that. The idea that we don't actually work for DoorDash. DoorDash provides us with the technology to deliver. So who do we work for? Well, they say we work for ourselves. We're an independent contractor. But DoorDash collects money and takes the base pay from us, and they give us a little bit of base pay, the $2. The rest they keep for themselves. There is an amount that in DoorDash's back end, there's an amount being given to each driver. And what DoorDash is doing is DoorDash is saying you're going to get $13.25 from DoorDash. That's why in some cases DoorDash will take a loss on what was paid to DoorDash to get an order delivered, and that's where they're shifting the money, because DoorDash on either side, and that's where a lawyer should look if you want to go find your next gig-related lawsuit. Look at what they say in the ICA. And what they say in the ICA is we are not employees of DoorDash. So therefore, they are contractually accepted. We are businesses in the eyes of DoorDash. The merchant is a business in the eyes of DoorDash. Holy crap, you're in Charlestown, John. Hey, listen, John, dude, trust me, it's happened to me. I had that happen the other day, man, but that's a positive, because if you turn on in Charlestown, they're not tiered, dude, you're going to get, that is a great market. I was going to actually say that to you, that at some point we should go down there and do a dash off in Charlestown. Because that's where you can make good money down there. Joshua Branchio. How you doing, sir? And funny thing is, John, once again, I even tried to leave Inwood, and DoorDash brought me back. They said there were no hot spots, so I went back down to where the good stuff is. And the first order took me right back to Inwood. For some reason, this algorithm wants me to freaking Inwood. I have no idea why. It's ridiculous. But anyways, guys, as I was saying, um, that's the in the eyes of DoorDash, that's what we are. We are a business. At least we're a business entity or an independent entity, whatever you want to say. But if you look at the ICA, we're a business. That's how they term us, and um, they are essentially. Sorry, guys, I apologize. They are matching us or providing a service to our business to which we provide them with money for that service out of our delivery fees that were collected on our behalf. So, there you have it. So I think on the Nefarious, to double back to what you were saying, if you're still out there, you said, what could you do? Probably what we should be able to do is really be independent contractors, and we should be able to come to DoorDash and say, this is the terms we want to work under, and they match us with merchants and customers willing to pay those terms. That would be one way they could do it. Or, like I said, come to us and say, these are the terms we're willing to offer on your behalf, and then we're going to take a fee of 35% of that for providing for, doing the following services: matching you with the customer, mapping, providing you with customer service for issues that are related. I mean, there's a lot they do for us. So there's a value statement that can be made for the services that we're getting out of DoorDash, but they're a service provider. They are not an employer. We do not work for DoorDash. It's easier when talking to a customer to make them think that, or not correct that, or just say, okay, fine, yeah, we work for DoorDash, whatever you want to say. DoorDash is the service you use to connect with your merchant, and then they're the ones that dispatch the driver. But they didn't dispatch a DoorDash driver. They dispatched a delivery driver who's driving for himself, vehicles assigned to an Uber. Sign up for it. So, but most are just one-stop operations like myself, and I'm choosing. That's why the way I look at it is, I'm a multi-app. I'm choosing. Some people say, well, you have 15 part-time jobs? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could look at it like that. Isn't that cool? I mean, is that a bad thing? That's really neat, right? Because if one job doesn't have the hours for the work, I'm going to find the one that does, and I'm going to go to work for it. And then when I'm done working for that one, if it's got more work for me, it's available, boom. But the one thing we need to make things right is just uniformity in base pay. That's it. Require a uniform calculation, charge it to the customer, and that's it. We're using the advancements of AI technology to make it cost effective for all that to happen, because it was either A, too expensive to put a delivery driver on and have to pay them an hourly for all the downtime. B, it wasn't cost effective on the driver's side to say, well, I'm only going to work for 2 hours. So now it's like, well, you don't have to worry about that, because now you can go to work for the restaurants that need you, and we can route you accordingly, efficiently, for good miles to money that's not going to run your car into. Well, we're still waiting on processing the order out. I don't know if I'm even up right now. It's probably a horrifyingly terrible screen right now, so I apologize. It would be better to leave it down until we get out of this area. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yep, it's something else. GPS complete. Take photo. All right, guys, we're back. I don't know how long we'll be up or not. See, we need to get something nice here, dude. Like this, DoorDash has been, you know, this is lukewarm shit today. There we go. And the Dollar General, exactly what I said it was going to be. And they're sending me to freaking Glengarry for 10.4 miles for 3 items. Red card required. I'll take it. $8, 10 miles. Just garbage, dude. But it is what it is. It's going to keep me in Inwood. They're like Grubhubbers, where at least at the end, cash flow isn't terrible. Whereas the cash flow had been so terrible on the orders yesterday, they were not even, I mean, they were really not even doable. Now, this one deserves to be turned down, not for the amount being required to shop, but just for the where it's going. But to be honest with you, it could be worse. Because 3 of these miles is going out here, so I don't think we're going to Glengarry. I think I just saw that on the map. I think it's going to be possibly down in a housing development. Excuse me, we were at pre. Now don't sleep on the stack here, because remember what's going on in the DoorDash app right now as we speak. It's selling them right now. So do understand that, guys, that when you take a shop, or say you take a food order and you get a stack a few minutes later, it's not that the DoorDash algorithm is holding back on you at that moment. It's that they might be, the customer may be waiting, and it's telling them you have 8 minutes to make a selection. So it's very possible the customer could go, you know what, get me 2 blizzards from Dairy Queen. And they're like, okay. And they add that in, and it's an extra $3 tip. So now, that's a great deal for the Dasher, because I'll get an extra $2 base pay and maybe a $3 tip on the order. And suddenly you've turned a lopsided order. There's also a possibility, obviously, that another order could be getting ready and cooked up right now while you're doing the shop. So shops do offer the possibility of getting better. So be mindful of, if you're going somewhere that's like a subdivision or something like that, that's got lots of other houses, and I am, that's a great opportunity right there to be like, go in there, do your shop, take your time, you know, don't be slow, but be efficient, and understand your phone might go off again. And if you're hooking into Dollar General Wi-Fi, you know, so be positive on it. That's why, like, some of these things happen that we think it's like the DoorDash algorithm messing with us, and it's really not. There's just things going on behind the scenes that we don't quite understand. All right, let's see. Let's get this in. So you can keep your AR high and make good money on the DoorDash app and make money on other apps, and yeah. Alright, so I believe it was $8, wasn't it? $8, 10.4 miles. Guys can, I guess, watch the road. I guess it's exciting. You keep the orders with no tips. Well, that's great, Tank. DoorDash suspended me for 8 days because I canceled 2 orders. Oh no. Shit, I was hungry. Got suspended by the, well, Tank, I mean, you know, you're gonna end up getting kicked off, my man, if you keep doing that stuff. But you know, if you're doing that stuff, probably you're not really that worried about it. I highly doubt you're doing DoorDash as a full-time gig. So it's kind of like, hey, let the good times roll while they can, right? As long as I can keep keeping those no tip orders, man, hell yeah, keep it going. But sometimes, Tank, you gotta understand, a no tip order isn't really a no tip order. It might be a cash tip. So keep that in mind, my friend. All right, I'll be back. 19 of you. Let's get to 10, guys. Go on. Let's get the double digit likes. Hit that like button. I expect to see 10 when I get back. Come on, y'all. I know there's one Chinese restaurant that won't have nothing to do with me. I don't know why either, but alright. What the hell? Come on, man. You know, AT&T, it gets old, dude. It gets freaking old. Same shit over and over again, every shift, every day in this area. And it used to be not like that at all. Fuck. Should've just went. Alright, well, hopefully this guy will go here and not be an idiot late like I did. Alright. This car's going. 3 cars. I mean, I can't even process that. Alright, we're riding in the turn lane to get some momentum. There we go. Sometimes you gotta do that. Come on, DoorDash. Jesus Christ. Like, my stream's up, and DoorDash is still jacked up because it was caught on the Wi-Fi. So it hasn't responded to the network yet. Still sitting there. What the hell are you doing, DoorDash? Where the fuck are you at, bro? And this is the shit with the Android app. It doesn't happen on iPhone. It's like, where's the app at right now? I'm heading to the customer. I know this is good cell phone service. And the app is just sitting there. Alright, open it back up. Now here it goes. Okay, what the fuck? Where's it at? It's down. Nah, Tank. I'm using the Z Fold 5, man. I like Android. I have an iPhone 15 Pro that I use sometimes. I may have to fire it up actually to where we're going right now because apparently DoorDash is not going to allow me to proceed with this order. I don't know what the problem is. I think like I'm restarting the phone right now. If that doesn't work, I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. I'm halfway to there. Luckily, I know the direction of the customer's house. But Samsung, AT&T, whoever it is that's responsible for this mess that we're having right now, shame on you. Shame on you. We, as gig drivers, expect better out of you. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Come on, AT&T. What the fuck, dude? Why is my phone not coming on? I think this is a Samsung issue right now. Samsung is just being a dick right now. And here's the worst part. We're going to drive down to where the cell phone service is going to be an issue. So if I don't get it pulled up and processed, then we're going to really be actually having to drive back to where cell phone service is good. Oh my God, it's still in this. Dude, what in the hell? Alright, you know what we're doing? We're going to log in on our iPhone. Because that's what we got to do. I've never, dude. I don't know what is happening right now on here, but we're gonna see if it's across. Maybe the network just went down. I don't know. This is why you have iPhones. And there we go. Oops, something went wrong. Okay, yeah, it's actually okay. So I don't know what this deal is. I don't know if is it because I need to go back to the store? They're gonna make me go back to the store. Did the DoorDash platform just go down? Um, what in the living fucking hell right now? My iPhone won't work. All right, we're gonna go me some more. I don't know, but we're gonna go get it delivered, and then worry about processing it out in a minute because it won't do anything on the phone. I don't know what the hell. This is insane. It's handed to me anyway, so I'll just record it and. God damn, what the fuck? It's telling me to start shopping. What the hell? Next. Check out. Confirm payment. Take photo of the receipt. Fantastic. All right, I guess I'm going to have to stop off. I think, is the receipt in the back? Or did I put it in my pocket? I think I put it in my pocket. All right, there it is. Of course, I have no fucking goddamn service. Continue. This is exactly where it was at before. It won't. Okay, well, my iPhone, at least it's continued. So I can, at least on my iPhone, continue going. So there we go. All right. However you want to do it, John. I don't know if you can hear me. If you want to take order, I have it set to take orders until 6. We can do that, and then we can meet up at like, you know, as soon as we can communicate on that. And I guess we should have, I should have given you my number, man, so you can text me just to let me know what's going on. But, yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, brother, you let me know. I mean, I'm still in the Inwood area, or near the Inwood area, so unless they send me far away, which they could, they've been known to do stupid shit like that right towards the end. However you want to do it. It looks like it's about to rain down there. If you can still hear me. Like I said, I'm going to work. All right, guys, I'm back. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet. I don't know where the status of things are with the stream. I don't know. But what I do know is, guys, if you can hear me, wow, what a shit show that order was, man. I got lost on the way back out. It was a no-tip order. It was $8 base pay, no tip, and the lady had the nerve to actually come out and face from me, pick up her stuff right from my car, told me, you could tell she really didn't have I don't know, she didn't have an appreciative tone, let's put it that way. I told, and of course, I think, you know, obviously customers that are choosing not to tip, they never know how you're going to approach them. I'm the same way I am with a customer tip me. Have a great day, thank you very much. I didn't know what she tipped. Listen, this order was a fucking disaster from just leaving the store. I couldn't get the app collapsed. I don't know what was going on with it. Luckily, I drove on and didn't I did pull off, but I ended up just driving on once I got the address. I'm glad I did, because it did eventually. Then we get there, no tip. There's bad cell phone service. It was underwater ordered from the beginning. I mean, in the shop itself wasn't terrible. We did have they had one item that wasn't there. At first, she said she wanted 2 strawberry granola bars, or whatever the hell they're called, Nutra bars. And I said, well, hey, you know, Nutra or whatever, Kellogg's has the same flavor. You want a blueberry? She wanted the blueberry and the strawberry. I said, no, those are a little. She did authorize the substitution for a more expensive one. I guess she decided she put some on my tip towards it. There you go. So, John, I don't know if you're still out there. I don't know if you're still watching. I don't know if you've tuned in. I don't know if you've checked back in. If you have, I'll try to send you a message. I should have given you my, we should have exchanged numbers, or I should have just given you my number or whatever, sent you a text, so we could talk about things like this, in case my stream goes down. But it's up to you, man. I'll let visitor's choice on that. If you want to take the last order, I have it set to turn off at 6. But it's slingshotting me back. It's telling me the next, it's going to refresh in 2 minutes. I'm sure it's going to F me over and have me come all the way back to Inwood and then switch it up and tell me the next hotspot's down in Martinsburg. But for right now, it's telling me to come back to Inwood. So that was the shortest spot back. So I decided to do that rather than run all the way to Martinsburg, since it's getting close to 6 anyways. So I'm in Inwood. So we could stop at 6. You know, I could take my last order, like, you know, whatever, I'll pace it out. Or, you know, we can run it right on down. It's whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter to me. If you got all the way to Charlestown, it is not as far away from Inwood as you think. You're going to want to come down the back end of 45. I believe it is. 45 is the route. And it'll bring you right down. But, you know, if you want to go back down through Martinsburg, you can. It'll be longer, but come back down. Either way, you're going to, you know, obviously take the way that brings you orders if there is a way. But, yeah, but if you get into Martinsburg, dude, you're able to really, really get some nice payouts, especially on a Saturday night. I might take off in the direction of Charlestown when we get done doing our wrap up. Although Charlestown normally, well, the casino crowd, there's normally, Charlestown goes strong with dinner till about 8:30 on a Saturday. Then it'll die for a minute, and then about 11, 10:30, 11, the casino crowd will go to their hotels, and then you can spend time delivering Taco Bell, McDonald's, and pizza orders. The pizza down there is open till late. So is Brothers Pizza, and you start delivering those pizza orders till 1 o'clock in the morning, and you can make a rack. Plus the River Riders people too that are renting all the houses down there. Come on, people. So we're back down here, guys. Welcome to Inwood again. Seems to be where DoorDash wants us. It says 1 to 5 minutes, but everything's about to up. Hotspots will refresh shortly, so I'm sure right now if I'm going to kill the app. I'm going to come back in. It says, okay, so Evergreen is still the spot. So we're going to head down in that direction. I'm going to head down in that direction, guys, and see what's up. Lukewarm day. We're still waiting. Like I said, steady. But we're ready. We need something to break in our favor and get a big order. And then that's going to really set it on fire. 2 or 3 big orders. Boom. Big shop. Big large order. And we're on our way, man. The only question for myself is whether or not I want to head down in that Charlestown direction or would I rather fire up Spark and head down in Martinsburg's direction and then just start working a circuit. Plus Uber right now is 5 to 9 in this area. Uber will stretch down there. It could be very lucrative as well. All right, let me see if... nope, nothing. I'll have to go in on the consumer side too, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Sometimes the chat will hide from me when I get into low cellular data zones. Alright, let's see what we got. Nope. Okay, good. Nothing. Everything's updated. I got you. Alright. Ball's in your court, DoorDash. I got a feeling. We gotta clear our cache tonight. Maybe that'll help us get a better order tonight. Alright, here we go. Oh, now, okay. So now it's King's Rotisserie Chicken. Regardless, give me a good order. For Christ's fucking sake, man. I'm a Platinum driver. I'm a Platinum Premier Plus driver on DoorDash. Give me something. Give the viewership something. Give us something to celebrate. Talk about. Here we go. Right now. I got a feeling that I think the cell phone service is a bit spotty now. Let's test it out. Let's scan. I got my jammer out right now. I'm going to go jam off. I've got my scanner. I'm going to jam up all these DoorDash drivers up here sitting. And make them. Alright, so we came all the way up here. We literally are hunting a hotspot right now. As a Platinum driver. In my mind, I've always come up here and said, oh yeah, I never had a high enough AR to do this. So now we will see. I mean, this is the spot right here. You got King's, you got Evergreen, you got King's Rotisserie Chicken. It's telling us that there's orders right here. It's telling us that there's money waiting to be made. And right now, I would turn my Uber on and my Grubhub on, and I would sit here and I would definitely get an order. But now my fate is in DoorDash's hand. Let's see where what our parking spot rates as, guys. Let's see. You guys have probably never seen this. All right, so there it is. You want the lower the number, the better. Okay. It'll tell you 81. So we're in a good spot, and this is what I do when I sit in a spot. I want to dismiss cell phone connectivity issues. And I have. I mean, that's a pretty strong signal for this area. It's not going to get better. Could get a little bit better. I think we were in the 60s at one spot over there at the food line, or the old food line. But here we go. 87 feet says King's Chicken Rotisserie is hot right now. 2 to 6 minutes. It's telling me if I'm in that hot spot, 2 to 6 minutes, I'm going to have an order. Did somebody start a timer? I don't remember what time I arrived. I'm going to say I arrived here at 5:02. Within the red. I probably arrived within 5:01. So we're going to say by 5:07 I need to have an order, or we are going to call DoorDash out on one of its many lies and scandals. Yeah, whatever, man. Y'all lie. Doing what I'm doing, guys, can backfire on you big time because I'm sitting here, right? So my priority, or whatever the hell I have, it's like if it's not busy or there's not 7 orders sitting there, if the next order is 450 to go 12 miles, they might do that to me. And of course, I'm going to get upset. But reality is, I'm getting the best offer right now because, that could be what it is. It's just telling me there's offers here. So we got 3 more minutes. Boy, does it feel. You feel every one of those minutes when you want to work. I'm getting to the end of this challenge. Slowed down. I made the decision to come down to the closest hotspot from my last delivery. I'm following the DoorDash algorithm. I know these are good spots. It's just 5 o'clock. I'm probably 45 minutes too soon. So hopefully something will come. I should have probably stayed over in the area near where I met John earlier today because that would get you a better potential offer. And if they needed me over here, they'd summon me. Yeah. Makes me really want to try to put on another app. I hate sitting. First sit we've had all day. Major sit. I think I'm lying about that. We did have a sit. But then we drove. That's right. I am. We sat up here and then we drove down to Martinsburg and then they gave us the $10 Papa John's order. Now there is potential for cash on demand here too because King's Pizza is a pizza delivery place. There's King's Pronto Pizza. There's King's, which is like an Italian restaurant, but it does do pizzas. There's King's Rotisserie Chicken, and then there's Evergreen, which is a Chinese restaurant. Now Evergreen right now, I guarantee you they would have orders on Uber Eats. They are a big Uber Eats patron. And they were, the other day, they were the ones trying to send, they gave us a 20 for 19 to Charlestown, which, boy, I wouldn't mind doing something like that in a little while. Ooh, tired. I have to get another 5-hour interview, man. I gotta get some energy. Get another Mountain Dew amp like I did yesterday. It's not good for my blood pressure. So here we sit. 1 more minute and then we're moving. We're gonna test it out and see. Oh, and there it is, King's Rotisserie Chicken. $12 for 7.2 miles. I mean, it happened right at 6 minutes. So, okay. Okay. It worked. I mean, I guess I really don't even need to move. I just won't bother. Alright, guys. I'll be back. Let's see. What time is it? 5. Oh, okay. So I have 7 minutes. So I'm not going to burst in there just yet. set my numbers up, and then I'll go check on the status of the order. All right. And this could end up being the last one, guys, because it's actually taking us back up in the direction we were, different side of that mountain. So while it appears to be almost a 2-for-1, right? But it's a 2-for-1 with you got to drive somewhere else, but we'll see. Now, what I would like to see is a stack happen. But of course, what you want to happen and what actually happens are two different things when it comes to working DoorDash. But we're sick. Somebody's shooting a gun. Damn, sounds like a shootout. Guess I'll find out if something's in the news. It'll come through on my Facebook if cops get called down there. Sounded crazy. I would love to get a stack, man. I would love it. It would be fantastic. But I don't know. You never know. There's possibility. Dismiss. We're not going back to in-app. There we go. All right. Order still being. All right. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go check on it. Hopefully it's ready. All right. And I'll let you guys watch the road, see if any police show up from the gunfight we just heard. All right, guys. So it does not appear a stack is in the cards. That's okay, though. All right. Let's see here. What's our drive? I don't know. It said 13 minutes. Now I walk in the back of my car. Now I walk to the front of my car, and it says 15 minutes. So I don't know. It appears a different section of the parking lot. I think it's a matter of where it's reading I'm going to exit at. So I'm going to go down here and think, okay, if I can exit over here, maybe that'll change it. I think it will. Yep, it will. That was exactly it. It was reading that I was going to go through with a housing development. I don't know why the hell I would do that. Google Maps. One of the dumbest mapping systems in the world. There we go. And sometimes you take that bait, man, and you think you're going that direction. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm going down there? No, I'm not. And I go, and then boom. Um, all right, here we go. 12 minutes. So I don't think it's going to be that bad after all. I'm hoping we might be going to an area right before we have to go up the mountain, but we'll see. But either way, it's 5:12. I think I can get one more order in, so I'm hoping for that. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. The only concern I have is that normally if you take the last offer or you entertain the last offer of a shift, especially in this area, they could launch me 10 miles down the road, or it might be for a really good order, but now I'm not getting back. I got to come all the way back up here. So I don't know. We'll see. So, John, what do we decide? Are we taking orders till 6? What did you want to do? I don't know if you're out there watching. I can't type it. I need to probably go in and type it. Did I take a wrong turn or something? Now it just went to 11 minutes, 6 miles. I was at 5.4 miles. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to go a different way. Who the hell? Like I said, Google Maps can sometimes be really a little ridiculous, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this will be one of those orders like earlier where DoorDash forgot the plus sign and this turns into a $30 banger. That would be fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys. So it looks like we got 8 minutes, 4.6 miles. Let me see the. Yeah, we're not going up the mountain. Looks like we're going to go down I don't know if we're going to a subdivision or not, but we're going down. We're taking a field trip off, so that's good. That'll be good for coming back. The only bad part is the stream might go down again, so brace yourselves on that. I apologize up front if we end up having some lag. Unavoidable, unfortunately, on these country roads, but love to have gotten it. Like I said, I would love to have gotten it stacked up. That's what we're missing right now is the stacks. On earn by offer. Earn by offer, you know, you, one of the things that I had seen for a little while, and it seems like it's kind of gone away, is the stacks, the pluses. You know, hey, you get that, you know, you get an offer like this 12, and then they add a 6 plus. And maybe it's 50 cents, maybe it's $10 more, you don't know. That's what I would expect on the platinum. You know, give me the opportunity. Maybe there isn't the opportunity out there. That's also, you know, 5 o'clock right now. It's the start of dinner up here, but dinner hasn't gotten fully started yet. So we'll see. We will see what happens. After the hour. Let's see. We're going to be arriving, it says at 5:25. So still got a little bit of ways to go. And I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit laggy when we get over here. I just hope this is a paved road. It is. Doesn't mean we're going to always be paved. It looks like we're going a little bit off the map where it's not like a road, it's like the green. That's never good because that means it's probably like an unpaved driveway, but we'll see what happens. When you're heading back in the country area like this, you just pray for paved roads so you don't jack your tires up or go into a fucking pothole or whatever. Down near Taylor Station. Huh. It might be an opportunity to plop down it, because again, I get a lot of orders going inward. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up going down, checking out the hotspot in there one time, seeing what's up. I might regret it, but I believe I'm going to be able to, I don't know, I might be, we'll see for a minute. We'll see for a minute. If we're where I think I am. We're still about 4 minutes away from the coast. Best part about out here is the views, guys. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if that's giving you the ability to see that mountain over there. I can see it, of course, but I don't know how well you guys can. But man, what a beautiful. I saw that guy riding through neighborhoods. Did he ride all the way down here? That's crazy. But that's the best part. The best part of these drives is getting to come down here and see some of the sights. My dad, when he was alive, he used to like to drive them, just go out for drives. He'd get out and take a drive and go in and hit some of the country markets up and stuff like that there. Good for you. I guess we're to leave it to the hotspot to tell us what we do here, if it's worth the drive, if it's close. I'm pretty certain this, if I'm right where we're at, I think we're going to be closer to go down that way. And like I said, on a normal day, I would get 100 orders heading in that direction. Today, will I do that? Probably not. If I get down there, I'm concerned, knowing that since I put in, I want to get off at 6, it might draw me up to my house. Then I'd literally be going home and have to drive all the way back down the Inwood. Not that it's not like it's a terrible drive, it's all freeway, but it would just potentially put us, I don't want people having to wait. Nice open country. Yes, it's West Virginia. Who is that? Donna Grace. That is West Virginia that you're looking at. Have you guys in the car because you're going up to a customer, so privacy policy dictates you guys see the inside of my car. I guess you can see me right here. Alright, which one are we? Is this it right here? Yep, this will be. I will pull this one. Just one. All right. So of course we're going to have internet issues. Can't be dashing out in the country without internet issues. It almost went through the whole process, and then it's going to get hooked up on transmitting the picture, because of course it's got to transmit the data. I think everything else, I don't think it actually goes on the network until it starts trying to transmit the data. Damn it, man. They really need to do an offline mode where they let you upload the picture, and then it can just hold it in queue, and then when you get to a good spot, bam, it'll send it. This whole bullshit we're going through right now, come on, man, like it's just a waste of time. And that way it's processed out. That way I see the payout. That way it's ready in a state, and then it can do its uploading in the background and find me an order. Although I guess there isn't cell phone connectivity. All right, let me see if do I need the hotspot? Let me see, how's my T-Mobile doing? Yeah, T-Mobile is looking like a champ right now, so we're gonna hotspot into my T-Mobile phone. All right, Steve's phone connecting. Is that the magic we needed? That's the magic we needed. Yeah, ooh, better believe it. All right, there we go. $2, $10, $2.10. $2 base pay, $10 tube. Can't get into the total numbers. But we're working steady. That's what I'll say. Steady, steady. I'm not unhappy. I'm not happy. Again, we're in line to go from steady to bam. All right, so once again, it's giving me the option to return what it says is 3 miles away. So, all right, fine. That's where I'll go. So it's telling me, I think, we'll see. Am I going in the right direction? I am. All right, good. Boom. Oh, look, that guy is riding that little, like, scooter thing. Y'all gotta see this. This guy is riding it all over. I guess he's like a Jehovah's Witness or something. He's just riding all over the neighborhoods, man. Every house. That's crazy. How fast do they go? Like 40 miles an hour? Ah, all right. Let's see. We should have time for one more order, I hope. That's my hope, at least. Depends on if they want to give it to us. Or hopefully they don't try to slip me. What they try to do is they try to send you an order that'll take you past your off time, and then they're trying to slide your dash out. So we'll just have to see. Whatever. We'll see what they're going. We'll see whatever they're selling. We'll see if we're taking. Are we buying or not? I hope it's worthwhile. But the good news is this order did technically give us. Now remember, we had the disaster order before it of $8, and it was both sides on that one were just fucked. But this order from the point we were at, which we were offered it at the restaurant. We technically have the money to get back almost to the restaurant. There was nothing good about the Dollar General. That order was a taxable income order. It was basically write off. We wrote it off. We did it for the tax, man. We did it for the taxes. Sound is low? Okay. Hold on a second. I apologize. I think my earbuds must have, there we go. Is it better now? Hopefully it's better now. I hope it's better now. Of course, it's also, too, it may be the internet connection as well. But hopefully it's better now. I have it turned on to the sound, so hopefully it's using the microphone on my earbuds. That's what I'm hoping it is. I think I've got to turn the auto switch off on all my Samsung devices because they're all registered to the same account, and it'll automatically switch. So when my Z Fold goes off, instead of it ringing outwardly, it'll ring in my ears, and I know it's switched. And if I don't switch it back over, it doesn't necessarily auto switch back over. And of course, it may not even be over. Um, it may not even be over there. I don't know. I'm hoping it is. Hoping you guys can hear me well now. Excuse me. Damn, we're out in the country. My allergies are getting ramped up. So, the good news is, they're basically saying the Burger King over here is the spot where all the orders are at. And that's 2 to 6 minutes away. So, we should be back there 3 to 4 minutes. And I hope maybe they put us to work. Maybe they'll get us that stack that we've been waiting on. The only plus sign of the day came from the Taco Bell, so. Of course, the big disappointing news of the day was that the Pizza Hut was gone. We discovered that as I decided I was going to go park near the Pizza Hut, only to discover that the Pizza Hut is no longer there. I knew Pizza Hut was closing locations, but most of the locations I heard they were closing were like the restaurants that they were operating as takeout joints, and they were moving them to like takeout locations. This was a takeout joint that's been there for years. It's never been a restaurant ever. So I'm just surprised. I feel like it would have been a very profitable place. I feel like it would have been a profit center. It's very busy, at least from my perspective. Excuse me. Alright guys, so we're just over this hill and around the bend. We should be returning to our area. Last time, we literally waited out the high number before an order came. This time, we'll see. Are we gonna wait 2 minutes, 6 minutes, or somewhere in between? Now we're officially back in the area, so now our clock begins, 2 minutes. So by 5:42, we should have an offer, according to DoorDash, which hot spots refresh in 2 minutes. It's not have what happened last time we came up here and we filed a hot spot. Well, it wasn't last time, it was a couple times ago. And they flipped it on us and said, oh, no longer hot. Now, I know it's going to stay hot up here, so I would not leave now. In the middle of the afternoon, though, you can sit up here for 20 or 30 minutes. Now, some would rather sit up for 20 or 30 minutes than do what I did. Perhaps, maybe I should have just stayed put. Who knows what could have come my way. Because I certainly didn't make it. I didn't make the bacon doing it. I did not get reimbursed for the time I spent riding down to that area. I got sent right back up. The miles are in shambles today. That is definitely hurt. Perhaps next time I'll use the decline button a little bit more. I look forward to being able to do that here in a few minutes. this will be the last of the take everything. If it's an 8 for 10 out to the mountain, it's getting declined. End of story. End of. That's it. Alright, so we're going to post up here. See what's up. See what they got for us. Given that it's 5:30, they should have something. All right, pizza oven is up again. We've been down this road before, guys. We've had this song and dance happen before, and then they took it away from us. But the good news is it says pizza oven's up. In fact, the last time we sat near a restaurant with a number, it took 6 minutes, and then we got an order. That was the King's rotisserie chicken. So let's see what happens here. Pizza oven is right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it in the distance, but it's right over there. So definitely be the last order we take. Excuse me. Unless it's a super low order. But this is the risk. This is the risky one because this is the one that it risks sending you right out of your area. It's either going to be a good one, and they're sending me out for it, and they're making me drive for it a little bit, or it's going to be a shitty one that's going to be designed to make me drive, get me out of the area, or it'll be one where they try to extend the dash, and they have me still working and then extend things. Come on. The worst part is the waiting. As Tom Petty would say, if it would not, normally sometimes I'll turn it on when I'm waiting. It's Tom Petty's the waiting. The waiting is the hardest part. Bingo, guys. $6 plus, 1.3 miles. So this has the potential for a stack. Probably on it, I would say. $6 plus personal 7-inch pizza with bacon cheese fries. I'm gonna say that this is probably like a quarter or 50 cents. This has everything to do with making me wait at this restaurant. That is all it's about. It could be an extra dollar or two. But the key here is going to be them stacking it up with like Taco Bell or Subway next door. And it's very possible you'll see it. That's where they'll start stacking things. The good news is it's like a mile. So it actually does open up the possibility that they could do more with it. But you got to look towards the stack for the one that might make you go a little distance. When they give you the low one first, it's because they got a potential longer one coming. But we're seeing. Thank you, Emily XX777. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while, but welcome back. Appreciate you stopping in. And guys, I am when we meet, I am going to stop the stream, so there will be a part 3 today. We had an inadvertent part 2, but just out of respect, I don't want to be filming what we're talking about and everything. So we will end the stream here, and then I'll resume when I get back going again. I'll start part 2. So y'all, but that's not yet going to happen. All right, let's go in. I don't think I need to bring my pizza bag in for a personal sandwich. Ah. All right. Let me see here. Sorry. Make sure that. Okay, good. Yes. All right. So here we go, guys. We're back. It's probably going to be the last order. I don't know. We have a 4-minute ride to the customer. But that plus sign was definitely not. I mean, it's going to be a well paying order, but it's not going to probably be well enough to rebalance the abhorrent situation that they left us in for miles today. But that's our own fault. So we're going to be. So showdown's going on. We're going to be meeting up over here at some point. I don't know where John's at. John, if you're out there, if you're listening, let me know. I'll be coming back. It looks like my dash should end at 6 promptly, so I'll come right on back down here. I don't know how close you guys are or how far it took you out. But hopefully it didn't leave you too far away, but if it did, that's fine. I completely understand, because let me tell you, when the algorithm can grab you and it can send you all sorts of places. So it'll take you all over. So I need to, like I said, I think I need to relocate markets for a little bit. And, not tonight necessarily, because I'll probably keep it close because it's already close to the end of the day. So I'll just see what we have in store. But I mean, I want to turn on some other apps before I let DoorDash go. But like I said, I have a few turndowns in the hatchet, but it's just I'm a pretty far distance away from going up right now, because I know what I was working with. I can do the math. I didn't turn any down today. I turned 3 down yesterday, so I can do the math on where I'm at, because I knew pretty well it was all a cluster. When you're only dealing with 7 declines, you can pretty much track them. But I'll have an idea where they're coming up, and then I'll feel pretty good and think, well, okay, good. But there was an instance or two where I stayed 95, so that'll count as well, because I declined, but my AR didn't go down, and that was recent. Those were the first 2 that happened. All right, let's turn it back around in here. You guys can see me for a minute. So we literally have 5 minutes. I think we can be eligible for another order. It doesn't mean they will send me another order. They may, but if they slide me on a half hour, then I'm not going to probably take that, because it's very possible they would. Wow, what a nice house that is. I would show you, but damn, that's a really nice house. I like the way that's shaped. They built that perfectly into the curved into the street. So, judging from the community we're in, and we have a plus sign, maybe this could be a $10 tip, that they would just tip you $10. I think we're going to get at least 5. That's my prediction. There it is, young man, right there. Grab it. All right, guys. So not bad at all. It was better than 5. It was less than 10. It was a 2 for. It was $9, 2 for 7. And then, of course, as I said, this is exactly what I said was gonna freaking happen, dude. Start right where I started off. Arby's, 5.50 for 5.2 miles. What the hell? I'll do it. I mean, hopefully John understands. I'm sure he's doing a final order too. This will be the last one. And they have me ending at 6. And I will stop all orders after this one because it's after 6. So this shouldn't be bad because it'll be about 2.5 miles back to the Arby's, and then it'll be another 2 miles to the drop off. So boom, boom. There we go. Boom, boom. 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 Did I say boom? I said boom. Like I said, today, the definition of today is just steady. Not overwhelmingly steady, not underwhelmingly steady, just steady. Now, do we have a challenging order or two? Absolutely. Um, you know, like I said, it's been steady on the time front, and it's been very underwhelming on the miles. So very disappointing on that. I think this order will probably take it'll maybe put us like a few minutes past 6. I don't think it's going to be too bad. And it'll be a 5-minute ride back to where I have to meet up. So John, if you're watching, I'll be there a little after 6, right about 6:15 if that's okay. So I apologize. I'll pass and see if they're out there. If he and his wife are out there, I don't know. So there we go. I can't tell you what the numbers are. Steady day. Steady day. Better day than any day this week during these hours. Let's put it that way. But I don't know if it's enough. I don't know what the algorithm gave John. But it's not like some wild day. It didn't give me back what I would like, what I think it owes me, but it doesn't really owe me anything because that's the thing about gig work. It's like the way we view gig work, it's like roulette. Roulette is the best thing because truly the order you get next doesn't matter, or the order you did last does not affect the next order you get, even though everybody thinks it does. It really does. So just because you made $80 today, doesn't mean you're going to make $200 tomorrow. And just because you made $300 today doesn't mean you won't make $300 tomorrow. So. It's gamification on the ferries. Yes, it is. Have you been reading a certain author's book? Sounds like you must have been reading the first 4 chapters of, I can't remember the name of the book. What was it called? Dashification or something? What was it called? Dash? I can't remember the name of the book. Jeff Thomas Black's book. Imagine paying for perks like extra loot boxes. Haha, yep. That's right. So here we go. We're at where we began. Isn't that just, I don't know, man. Isn't that crazy? Like, it literally gave us almost the exact same order, except when we began it was 2.8, now it was 5.5, and that's where it's going to end us. So I'm going to go right back into where I was at. All right, let's go. And let's go get this done. And then the day is not technically over, but the challenge is. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back, and we got a small drive, and then we're done. Let's start right here. So it looks like a 10-minute drive. 10 minutes, and then we are finished. So I guess it'll be a little bit later. It might be closer to 6:30 by the time I make it back here. So I do apologize, John, if you're watching. Hopefully you're popping and let me know where you're at. Like I said, we should have definitely exchanged numbers so that we could have communicated better. Maybe even if we had to adjust the meetup to be here. I mean, I don't have to meet up here. This is a farther point. But I don't know where you were. I know you mentioned you were going to eat dinner, I think, afterwards. So if you want to meet up in another place, let me know. We can figure it out. Here we go. We're going right down near King's Chicken and the like. Makes me hope that maybe if they do extend me out, they throw me a damn order that would throw me like a big one. But I don't know. Oh no! Look, I'm unplugged. The stream is unplugged. There we go. Oh, there we go. Damn it, I didn't know it was that low. I guess it's been unplugged for a while. Damn. Jeez, this is a bit further down the road than I thought it was going to be. What the hell does it take? Jesus. Why did it take me this way? I think I know where I'm going. I think I'd have been better suited to walk down the street towards Sheets. Whatever. We're on the road now. It feels like it at the last minute just made it audible because it was like I feel like it was closer in the store because we were further down, maybe a few pesos down the road, and then boom, it makes an adjustment. It does that stuff. It again, maybe after all, I have to retract the idea that Google Maps is the problem, or that DoorDash's app is the problem, and maybe it's just Google Maps is the problem. I got a feeling that if I don't hear from John for another hour or two, he got down there in my honeypot of Charlestown and probably started getting large order programs because they will start racking them out to you on Saturday night. Now you're end up in the mountain, but you can end up in the mountain for $40 or $50 a pop. And with his catering, I guarantee you he found it if you got down to Charlestown. Glory Days. You got the Peruvian chicken place. You got Ruby Tuesdays is a big one. Ruby Tuesdays isn't anywhere else. Applebee's. It's actually a decent, competent Applebee's, much better than the Market Square one. Alfredo's. Makes you want to drive down there. If you are down there, John, and you want me to come meet you, I will. There's still some of dinner left. Pick that stuff up. I think we can get back to Winchester that way too if you want me to come down there. I don't know if you can hear me or not though. I'm out on a country road again in Inwood. I'm in the woods, so to speak. Boom. Alright, so I think I know exactly where I'm going. Yes, I am going to the... This is actually, I believe, where I thought I was going earlier today, and I ended up going somewhere completely different. and I believe, and I'm going to reserve, but I do believe. Let me just see. Yes, it is. I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident. So, with that said, it'll be a slight drive. It'll be about 10 minutes. But I can actually go a different way. Yeah, it absolutely is. Now I can see the map. Boom. So this is where I thought I was going. Didn't end up going that way. I went somewhere else. And then that was when we got the Denny's order, which I wasn't surprised at. I was waiting for that. I was waiting to get called to Denny's. I thought the other day I was going to head to Denny's. They'd love to do that. But it is what it is, man. We didn't. I mean, for accepting every order on Earn by Offer, this was a much better experience than other days. This is the shit though that gets you. It's like it never rises above just steady. I mean, you're at least in this market. Now, I'm sure if I continue going, maybe tonight, maybe I might get a large order program and it would pop me up. Because this is the type of day where you're riding steady, you're riding steady, and then bam, you go up. Maybe. But I'm just like, where is it? And I know where it is. It probably would have required me, it may have been the next order after the $8 10-mile run that I went on. And then it may not have been. But it might have been. So, you know, I guess you guys are getting a little extension today of the fun of taking every order, but it's going to become a little different here. But the magic potion I'm missing right now is Uber and Grubhub, because Inwood is very strong with Uber and Grubhub. Almost Grubhub is almost as strong up here as it is in Charlestown. So I would have liked to have powered those on, but given the fact this is a DoorDash only challenge, obviously I'm going to respect that, because it's not fair to come popping in with stuff that another player doesn't have. So we're fine. It's cool. All right. No problem. Thank you. All right. So it did end my dash. So what's up, Dashing with John? My dash is over. Are you back at the spot? I'm gonna head towards the spot. I'm about 10 minutes from the spot. So I'm offline now. Man, my driving was good today. I got 0 hard brakes and 0 accelerations. Normally I have four hard brakes and 3. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I'm coming over now. I apologize, man. Just had to carry some DoorDash water. Let me make sure it came up. Make sure I get to the right I had a little bit of a wait on this stupid order at Arby's. They sent me right where I started. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's that pay? 2 and 350. So it's 550 payout. So we end the day with almost a similar payout to what we began the day with. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Dun, dun. So, I'm going to segregate this. I'll copy it. All right, there we go. All right, let's figure out what is the best thing. I'm just going to put it in McDonald's. Take a look. Take the most efficient route as possible. McDonald's. Figured the way I came is the way they would recommend. 8 minutes, man. I'm 8 minutes away. So I'm sorry about that, man. I don't want to hold you up. Say, guys, the miles today. Oh, the miles. And that was partly my fault for leaving the island without money in my car. I should have just stayed up, but it's like they kept ping-ponging me back to Inwood. The money, okay. The miles, not okay. It's interesting. It's like it looks like I did a earn by time day on the miles. Which I'm very surprised by. Or maybe I should be. I don't know. I accepted every order, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that DoorDash would take advantage of that, because DoorDash is designed to do that if you're willing to hit the accept button. Like I said, the most regretful order of the day was the Dollar General shop. It couldn't have gone worse. It performed just like any no-tip order performs that you've ever heard on YouTube people talk about. Every fear you've ever had happened. Except, and we're knock on wood, we haven't got the bad rating yet. But I think I saved the rating by communicating on the substitution. I hope. I got her everything she wanted. I saw her checking the bag. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take her Nutri-Grain bars, right? No, I'm not. But, we had connectivity issues. We had a long drive. We got lost after the fact because, it was unclear how to go and I had no service. I'm about to go out dashing. 12 completed deliveries. My AR is still 67%. Go S. Beasley. So you've done 12 in your lifetime? Hey, man, you should still be enjoying, though. I think they give you priority right out the bat, man. So you should be all right. So just hit that. Look, my recommendation to any new dasher, and some may disagree with this. If you've got to earn by time, turn it on. And just go wild, okay? It'll let you learn the app. It'll let you learn your market. If something really crazy comes in, turn it down. You're allowed one turn down an hour, but follow the earn by time algorithm. You get one turn down an hour, or two turn down hours in my area. And no, I mean the last one. Oh, okay. I'm about to go out dashing. In 12 completed deliveries, my AR is So still see. Oh, you mean you've done 12 and you're still. Yes, you're going to find that, S. Beasley. It's what I'm fighting right now. It's like the higher your AR goes, the more you're going to have to do. This is why I've said you're talking about DoorDash is a math problem. And that's the thing. You're never going to defeat the math of DoorDash completely because it creates that the situation where you're going to be forced to probably take every order for a period of time because your AR is never going to go down. So you're going to eventually have clumps. That was the whole point. There was a point to me getting to 100. And the point of it was I was going to go down and I was going to say, okay, instead of doing, accept every order, I'm going to accept the 3, and I was going to try to keep track of it and say, okay, I accepted the last 3. Now I have a decline. And I was going to decline. And then now it's accept 3. Unless it's really, really bad. But I was going to try to keep my declines from clumping together. So I wouldn't be so my AR wouldn't be so clumped. And that was my goal, and that was my real goal in getting to 100, which is why I'm still considering I might do it. But the key was to get to 100. Now I can still do that to a degree, at 95. It's just I don't have as much to work with, but I really wanted to get a clean slate. That's truly like doing the reverse of resetting to 0. You're resetting when you get to the top. Now, my hope is, okay, can I utilize the priority to try to keep my declines closer together and not have like 10 declines in one. And then that forces you then to maybe have to do 40 orders in a row. And the AR is going to know that. I firmly believe the AR knows when you're at a point where you have to decline, and it's going to adjust the orders, potentially adjust the orders. It doesn't always, but if, I don't think it's always, oh, you've got 90% AR, you're getting the best order. It's, oh, you got 90%, you got 90% AR, but we think you don't want to go below 90, or we notice they're picking up on that type of behavior, and it'll test you. So it'll say, all right, let's send them a 3 for 12. Will he take it? And if they notice you're taking that and you don't normally take that, or you weren't taking it, now they're going to say, well, wait a minute, what is he doing? Let's send him another one and see what he does. Oh, he's fighting to keep 90. And then it'll kind of know 90 is where you want to keep it at. And then it's going to play with you around there. And it's going to know now, oh, you're wanting to keep a 90% acceptance rate. So now it will give you good orders eventually. It won't not give you good orders, but it'll know that this is a pressure point for you, so to speak. So now when it needs an order delivered that's 10 for 10, it's coming to your phone. And it's like, well, he's going to do it. So then the reality of it is, are you really getting good orders at 90%? No, not really. So what should you do then? You want to play with the algorithm? Decline it. Decline an order. And then it's not going to know what to do necessarily right away. All right, I'm here. All right, guys, I am going to turn the stream off. I've arrived back. Like I said, I'm not going over any numbers or anything like that right now. I'm going to turn it off. And I'll be back up when we get done doing what we need to do. All right, guys, signing off. Talk to you soon.